When it comes to erections, is it in the mind or is it in the body? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. At times it can feel like our mind is doing one thing and our body is just doing something completely different. So what is going on? Let's unpack this. First of all, if you find this video helpful today, in the bottom right hand corner, you will see a button that says subscribe. Click on that button so that you can get the latest videos and tools as I share them. Okay, so what's going on here when we're feeling like our mind's doing one thing, our body's doing something else, but then on the other hand, we can feel like I'm just stuck in my head, or if I could just get out of my head. So you can see here, there's part of us that feels like, oh, my mind wants it, but my body's not responding. And then there's another part of us that feels like I'm just stuck in my head with all of these what if thoughts, or the hyper focused on the issue, if I can just get out of my head. So there's a contradiction, there's like a battle going on between these two parts. And it can feel confusing. So is this body or is it mind? Well, the truth is that it's both. There's no surprises there, right? The truth is that it's both. I'd like you to imagine that our body and mind is like a chain, an interlinked and connected chain. They are both dependent on each other. They both need each other to be able to function. And when it comes to intimacy, our mind must be in a relaxed state for us to be able to trust our body. When our mind is relaxed, we can trust our body and move forward. So these are the two links that we're trying to lock together here. And when they're not locking together, when our mind is not in a relaxed state, we can't trust our body, and they may as well be magnets that are at the opposite end, pushing each other apart, not bringing each other together. So what do? How do we get this sorted so that we can start to make the mind feel relaxed, so that in turn we're able to enjoy intimacy, because that's what you deserve. So first of all, I'm going to share with you something called Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which you may have heard of before. For us to be able to get performance anxiety and erection challenges sorted, we must make sure that our fundamental needs, first of all, we all have the basics, the fundamentals, needs that must be met. And if they're not met, our body is just in a stress state, right? And the danger zone, I'm going to share this triangle in a moment. The danger zone is that we can just think, what's wrong with me? I've got a problem. I'm not right. I can never be fixed. And we can jump to these conclusions when actually the actual, what's really going on, what's really causing the stress in our body could be something that we're totally overlooking. So it's important that we go through this step by step, which we'll do now together, so that you can identify what is actually going on here. And I'm also going to share something special with you at the end that will help you get to the bottom of what's happening. So let me share this triangle. Okay, hopefully you can see it from this way around. So we're just going to start with this very bottom one, but you can put this in on Google. Just type in Maslow's hierarchy of needs and you'll see there's plenty of images of this that explain it. So physiological needs. Physiological needs is at the bottom. So this is things like air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, and reproduction. Okay, and then we move up to other things like safety needs and love and belonging. The two that I would like us to focus in on for this video is this physiological needs and then love and belonging. Specific to erection challenges and performance anxiety, what has this got to do with it? You may be thinking, oh, I don't really get it. This triangle seems obvious. What's that got to do with what's going on in the bedroom? It's got everything to do with what is going on in the bedroom. Because you can see here, first of all, if we are experiencing a challenge in one of these areas, shelter, food, sleep, clothing, ultimately finances may come into that to be able to achieve these types of things, that in itself may be causing stress, right? So the body is not able to relax when we're in a stress state. So if those kind of things are going on, that actually may have a very close link to what's going on in the bedroom. But what if that's not the case, right? What if when it comes to finances, actually things are okay? When it comes to shelter, food, water, things are all good there. Then what? Well, we can see that still on this bottom part here is reproduction, right? Often when I'm speaking with guys around the world to get performance anxiety sorted, the biggest concern that we have is this sense of love and belonging. but what if I can't satisfy my partner? What if there's this loss of connection? What if they leave me because of this? And we're concerned about the connection falling away. The truth is, what our subconscious mind is actually saying here is like, red alert, we've got a potential problem with reproduction, right? So the alarm bells internally is going off here. We think in our conscious mind, oh, it's this connection, but actually it's much deeper than that. Our body is thinking, whoa, hold on, what if we have a problem with reproduction? So how does this link into the next stage? Because any time that we've got alarm bells going off here, you see the next stage is safety. Safety. So we can expect, if we've got challenges going on here, we can expect ourselves to not feel safe. And when we don't feel safe, we're not relaxed, right? So these two are exactly what we were talking about, that chain of our body feeling like it can be relaxed, and then we're able to trust our body. But when there's a need here that's not been met, we're not even getting to that second stage, let alone the love and connection, right? So we often think, I hear many guys say, if I could just get this sorted, then everything's going to be great with my relationship. Everything's going to be absolutely fine. And we're not actually working on this bit, is this fundamental part here that we've got to get sorted. All right, so I hope this has been a different lens to look at. You will see there, I haven't given a immediate, oh, this is how we fix it, here's one quick instant thing, because it takes work, right? But the first step is understanding what's actually going on. And this triangle, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, is a helpful thing to understand. Is it some external circumstances that are happening right now? Or actually, is it purely down to this alarm system because of performance problems? And if it is, then that's the part that we've got to work on to be able to then build safety, to be able to then get to the point of the connection, the love and connection, whether that's in a current relationship or with a future partner. So how do we get there is the obvious question, right? How do we get this sorted? And this is about getting the right tools and strategies. So the first up I would like to say, and here's where I'm going to share this thing now. First up, I would like to say, if you know that there's other external big pressures that are going on right now, for example, that you're not getting the right amount of food, or you haven't got the right kind of shelter, the right kind of environment, right? These are fundamental things that come way before being able to do any work on this, right? These other bits must get sorted first of all. But if you're in a place where things are okay in that space, right, where there's money coming in for food, water, shelter, this kind of thing, then what? This is about getting the right tools and strategies, and I'd like to invite you to take the free performance anxiety quiz, because this is the first step in getting to the bottom of what is going on so that you can get this sorted and feel normal again. This quiz is 10 yes or no questions that will show you, is this performance anxiety or is it something else? And then I will also give you a few bonuses in that will show you, what do we do? How do we start getting this sorted using the same tools that have worked for me and the same tools that have worked for the hundreds of guys that I've spoken with around the world by now. So if that sounds good to you, below in the comments, you will see a link to the performance anxiety quiz. When you click on that link, it will take you straight to the page where you can answer the 10 yes or no questions. And I'll also tell you on that page more about the bonuses that you get free of charge. So head below now, click on that link, and I will see you at the quiz.